Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today's December 25th. Today's Christmas, and I just want to make a quick video about what happened with rapper Yungen Gunnin, and just another issue that I see sometimes in the black community. I see this problem is one thing that I always tell people, especially younger men, is that no man is tougher than the next man. What I mean by that is there's nothing that you can do that the next man can't do. Okay, like if you got a gun on you, fine, but understand there's a lot of people out here with guns, right? If you not afraid to kill anybody, that's fine. But guess what? There's a lot of people out here who's not afraid to kill you neither. One of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of younger men make is they start trouble with people. They start trash with people who they don't know. You can't start trouble with people that you don't know, because you don't know who that person is. You don't know what kind of trouble or what kind of issues that this person might be going through in their own personal life to start trouble with them. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at another person and say, this person look like a punk or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and go over there and start trouble with him because he looks like a punk. And the next thing you know, you wind up in a body bag because you looked at somebody, not just looked at somebody wrong, but you judged somebody wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys, especially like these younger dudes, when they graduate high school, they don't realize that you're not in high school anymore. The rules change once you graduate high school. When you're in school, you used to bully people, you used to start fights with people, and the most punishment you would get was probably suspension or maybe get expelled from school or something like that, but get detention and so forth. But really, a lot of children are actually being protected. See, kids are being protected from the reality of what really happens in the real world when you do certain things. Out on the streets, when you graduate high school and you out on the streets in the real world, you go around bullying people and starting fights with people and things like that. Stuff like that can get you killed in the real world. But it takes time for some of these young, especially teenagers into the early 20s. It takes them time to realize that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, young Gunnin, I'm not saying that he was that same type of person, but it's the same similar kind of thing. A lot of these guys, it takes them a minute to really learn how to think before they act. Somebody bump into your man or something like that, so now you quick to pull out your gun and shoot somebody and not think about the consequences before you actually do it. You got to think ahead before you make a decision. You can't be all impulsive. A lot of these guys become rappers and they start hanging out with their boys and becoming very prideful and got this idea that you somehow better than the next man. Now, I don't know why that person may have bumped his man. Maybe he bumped him because maybe it could have been a mistake, could have been an accident. But you know how some dudes can be very prideful, especially when they're hanging out with their boys. When they're hanging around their friends, they wanna show out, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you got some dudes who want to show out when they around their friends. Somebody bump into you and you want to act like you need to do something to prove to your friends that you're not a punk or whatever. You pull out a gun and you shoot somebody because you're so prideful that if somebody bumps into your man, that's a sign of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Or that's a reason to kill somebody, and it's not a reason to kill somebody. So young Gunnin, like, I understand how it can be very impulsive sometimes. I understand that people make you mad, you know what I'm saying? But dudes need to really learn how to fight again and really know how to throw their hands, because everybody want to pull out a gun and shoot somebody, but you're not ready to face the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying? You got to really think about what you do before you do it, so that way you won't have to deal with bad consequences from your bad decisions. Understand? So that's all I want to say out there is understand no man is tougher than the next man, and there's nothing you can do that the next man can't do. And if you're willing to start something with somebody else, you gotta be willing to finish it as well. So that's all I want to say about that.